PhatPhish Guitar Studio. I'm Dave, and this is another video in the series What's That Guitar? Taking a look and listen to the various guitars you see hanging up in the studio here, and you'll see me using on YouTube videos and whatnot. And today, taking a look and listen to this, which is one of my favourite guitars and one of the most recent additions to the collection. It's a 1974 Gibson SG Standard. I picked this up middle of last year. I wasn't particularly shopping for an SG. I wasn't particularly shopping for any specific guitar at that point in time, but I was in a local music store and this one was hanging up and just kind of caught my eye. I thought, yeah, I'm going to have a play of that, and pretty much just instantly fell in love with it. It's just an absolutely gorgeous guitar. Great sound on it, and after a fairly short period of consideration, did the deal and came away with this guitar. So it's a SG Standard. Now the specs on SGs have changed quite a bit over the years, and when I first got it, it was just sold to me as, you know, it's an SG. Had a couple of modifications over the years. At some point, I think it's had a coil split switch, because there's evidence that there's been a little micro switch or something down here next to the pickup selector that's now been filled in. And the pickups are non-original. It's been fitted with some Seymour Duncan antiquities, which are absolutely brilliant. It's like PAF clones. So this is going into the clean channel on the amp. And the only effects we've got on is a little bit of overdrive from a Digitech Bad Monkey and some reverb from a Boss RV6. Yes, love the sound of those pickups. Now, it came with the original pickups. They like the old Tarback humbuckers. They're in the case. And I've no intention of taking it back to original, because these sound absolutely awesome. I really, really like the sound of these antiquities. So the spec on SGs has changed quite a bit over the years, like I say, and at first I was thinking, is this an SG special, because it hasn't got a bound fingerboard, and normally with SG standards you'd expect the fingerboard to have some binding, but this particular year was a year that Gibson didn't do binding. It's got an ebony fingerboard with block inlays, so that points you towards the standard, and I've shown it to a few people who've seen a lot of guitars, and they kind of concur that yes, it's an SG standard rather than a special or anything like that. Quite a narrow nut. It's actually worn down. Whoever had this before me, it came to me with quite a lot of grime and stuff on, so I had to clean it up. But the fingerboard is actually worn down, probably by about maybe a 1/16 of an inch narrower down at the nut. It's like someone been playing so much open position chords, kind of worn the fingerboard away. But I don't care. It's just it still feels and plays absolutely lovely guitar. So looking at it, you probably think this is a walnut finish guitar. It's a 1-piece mahogany body with a 3-piece mahogany neck, and so looking at it, it's kind of got that walnut colour. But the thing with Gibsons, certain years it's kind of difficult to date them just by looking at the serial number. So the serial number on the back kind of checks out. It was sold to me as in 1974, and I looked at the serial number, and yeah, that's in the right range. And that serial number was in, I think, the range of like 1970 to 1975 or something like that. The only way you can really tell dates of manufacture for Gibsons and for certain periods is to look at what you call the pot codes. So the potentiometers there will have manufacturing dates stamped on the back of them. So I popped the control cavity off the back to have a look, and sure enough, the dates on the pots checked out as in 1974. But what kind of caught my eye was just around the edge of the control cavity was a little bit of colour. It was much more of a red colour than the rest of the guitar. So I popped the scratch plate off, and underneath it's a glorious cherry colour. So this was originally a cherry finish guitar, but over time, like every inch of it, front and back, has kind of faded to this more walnut type of colour. Still really like it, but it's interesting to know it's all part of its story. It was originally a cherry, and it's kind of faded down. So it's got, like you say, it's got a lovely sound. So you're hearing it before just with the bridge pickup with a little bit of overdrive. The neck pickup. both pickups together. Yeah, just love the sound from these pickups. And it cleans up really nicely as well. So turn the overdrive off. So good sound with some overdrive, good sound clean. People often underestimate just how versatile an SG is. It kind of lives in the shadow a little bit of the Les Paul. But let's try something even sort of more overdriven. We'll go to the dirty channel on the amp and add a bit of gain from an Angry Charlie. So yeah, great sounds with a lot more gain. So you can use this for all sorts of different styles of music. It's like I say, a very, very versatile guitar. I'd be really interested to know what the guitar's backstory is. It's obviously been, very well loved and heavily played and heavily gigged. Like I say, it came to be a little bit grimy. It's got its fair share of dings and scratches and little cracks in the lacquer and whatnot. It's all part of its charm, all part of its mojo. One thing I do know is it originally came from Belgium, because on the back of the headstock there's a sticker saying it came from Rudy's Music Shop in St Nicholas, Ghent. Very nice town. Been there a couple of times. I really like Ghent. I like Belgium generally too. It's a really cool country, especially Bruges. But there's various bits and bobs came in the case with the guitar, including the owner's manual, which is quite cool, and that also helped me to confirm it was in 1974. But there was a couple of like business cards and whatnot from different music shops in Belgium. So it's obviously been kind of traded around in Belgium at various points in its life. And then somehow it's ended up in a music shop in Berwick-upon-Tweed in Northumberland, which is where I got it from. So it's obviously had a very interesting life and a very colourful life, and I'm really enjoying its time with me. It's a really, really nice guitar. So there you go, that's the 1974 Gibson SG Standard. I hope you found that interesting. If you did, please click like down there. If you really enjoyed it and you want to see other videos that I post onto the channel, then please click subscribe, which is also down there. You're welcome to leave a comment, but I don't always see comments that are left on videos, so if you've got a specific question you want to ask me, whether it's about guitars, guitar equipment, playing, music theory, anything at all, you're better off going here, filling that form in, sending a question in that way. I'll guarantee to see it and then get around to answering your question in a future video. Okay, that's all for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now. It would help if I actually scripted these here.